Welcome to Pretty Does Count because it does. And over here, we talk about everything ranging from self-love, beauty, and joy through the art of alchemy. Yes. And in today's video, we are going to talk about dating in your 40s. Let's gather, ladies. Let's gather. I'm making this video because this is needed. This type of information is needed. And I wanted to give my point of view on this topic. I have a strategy, and I'm here to share that strategy with you. I always go out by myself. I love to go out. I love to meet people. I love to have conversations with people. I mean, that's just what I do. And I'm naturally a social person when I am out by myself. So it just forces me to talk to strangers with ease. And every time that I go out, I get better and better and better. And that's one of the tips that I want to share is be comfortable with going out by yourself. I know, especially if you have been in a long-term relationship for so long and now you're recently single and you're like, okay, I want to go get back in the dating game, but my confidence isn't there. So what you need to work on is your confidence, building up your confidence. What are some of the things that you need to work on that will build your confidence? And sometimes it takes a transformation. Sometimes you just need to transform into a new character. Yes. And what that means is you have a new mindset. You have a new perspective. Now you know what you don't want. And now you know what you want. And here's the kicker. I want you to only focus on what you want, what your desires are, what your goals are, because the moment you shift your focus to what you don't want, that is what you're going to get. Listen, we must transform. I know we all want to focus on the outer, the exterior, which is great, which we have to do. I understand that. But 90% of the transformation that you have to make, yes, you have to make, is it transforming your mind. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, believe it or not, has become the news outlet. Why do I say that? Because the news is always going to announce negative news every single day, from morning, afternoon, and night. Like, that is the strategy, is to announce negative news morning, afternoon, and night. Social media is also like that. One thing about social media that's different than the news is that you can tailor your search engines to what you desire. Okay? It seems as if the moment you put in something that you desire, the opposite shows up on your feed, but don't feed into that. Only click on the videos, only click on the reels, on the TikToks that is aligned with what you want to see in your reality. So the transformation needs to happen in your mind, and you have to ask this question to yourself, and you have to answer it. What are my beliefs on dating in 2026? And how do I see myself dating in 2026? You have to answer that. Because if the answer is a negative answer, then you need to work on your belief system. You need to start reprogramming your mind to the point where you want to be successful in dating. You see yourself being successful dating this spring and summer, and for the fall and winter, but I'm only focusing on the spring and summer because we're in spring and summer right now. The transformation begins in your mind. What do you think about the dating market today? Put it in the comments. I want to see this. I want to see this. And I want to share this story. I go out. When I do go out, I go out by myself, and I love to meet new people. I love to hear about their experiences. I love to just be social. It's a great way to be social. It's a great way to brush up on your social skills when you are outside, okay? When you are outside. So when I'm talking about dating, I am not talking about any internet dating. No apps, no apps, no apps. I want to scream that to the rooftops. No apps. You are free to roam around. You are free to go to a restaurant. You are free to do whatever in this day and age. So we must go out and meet new people, new and wonderful people. So I have a story. This experience was so mind-blowing to me that I have to share because it goes with the title of this video. So it was one particular afternoon I went out. I wanted to get a glass of wine and just enjoy the scenery. And I was sitting by myself. I was there by myself, and a gentleman came and sat right next to me. We started talking, and he asked me a question. He was like, how do you feel about the dating market, right now? And he just left it at that. He didn't say anything after that. He just said, how do you feel about the dating market right now? And this was at a time where I recently was divorced. I recently got, it hasn't even been a month that I've been divorced from my ex-husband. And mind you, I didn't have any boyfriends. I didn't have any fiancés at that time. And I told him, I said, oh, the dating market is actually wonderful. Every man that approaches me, every man that I encounter is always a gentleman. I always have lovely experiences when dating. Mind you, I didn't have not one date lined up. But it was important for me to keep this mindset, this positive mindset, that yes, any man that I encounter is going to be a gentleman. He's going to treat me like a lady. I'm going to have a wonderful experience with him. So I already set that in my mindset, and I already was divorced just only for 1 month, but my experience from my past didn't matter. What mattered is what I'm putting in my mind and what I'm believing. Do you know what happened? After I said that, he was so shocked. He could not believe what I just said. And this is in the height of, I think Kevin Samuels was still alive, and there was so much talk about relationships, which the conversation is still going, but it was so much negativity being blasted on the new news, which is Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever, that women have slowly believed that is now their experience, and that's the experience that they are going to have forever. But I decided that was not going to be my story. And that is, and I decided the opposite. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. And the gentleman that I was, we were having this conversation. We were having a conversation for at least an hour, and it was really refreshing on both ends because he was like, wow, I never heard of a woman talk so positively, with so much hope, with so much enthusiasm. Today, you are the first woman to do this. You are the first woman that I'm hearing today say this ever. He was like, I have my sisters who have been complaining to me that they can't find a good man. I have my friends telling me that they can't find a good man. And you are sitting in front of me today and telling me that you have wonderful experiences with men. And I said, yes. And it's this Bible verse that states you need to speak things into existence, even though it's not there. Speak it into existence. Speak the dates into existence. Speak the wonderful experiences into existence. Why attach yourself to a narrative that's not going to serve you? Attach yourself to the goal that's going to serve you. Period. That's what we're doing over here. I have a list of affirmations that I say every time I go out. And guess what? All the times that I go out, I get my meals paid for and I get my drinks paid for. All the time. I went to this bar, again, talking to another gentleman. We didn't exchange numbers, and he left. When I was wrapping up and I asked for the tab, it was already paid for. The waiter said, oh, the gentleman that you were speaking to already paid for your meal and drinks. This is not a new concept, but you have to program your mind that you are deserving of wonderful experiences with gentlemen. You are worthy of wonderful experiences every time you go out. So it starts here, and you have to believe that there are good men out here. I have to say it. There are wonderful men out here every day that you pass by every day, that are in your neighborhood, that are not in your neighborhood, that are in your state, that they're in your city, they're in your county. There are wonderful and available men. Even the ones that are not available, they are still going to treat you with the utmost respect. You're not going to cross the line with entertaining the ones that are not available. But they are going to treat you with the utmost respect because that's just what they do. So if you start reprogramming your mind that you want to know what, I'm going to dismiss what everybody else is saying on the new news about there isn't, there's no, and I'm going to replace it with there is. There are wonderful men available to me. Y'all don't, I don't think y'all are ready for my affirmations that I got lined up. I don't think y'all are ready. Because some women are so convinced that there's not one person out there, that there is no good men when they are. So it's time to shift your mind. And yes, we on this channel, we are going to get on the exterior, but the important thing is to convince yourself that you are worthy of being treated like a lady and being respected, that you are deserving of top tier treatment. You have to get there mentally first. You have to have great thoughts first. But we are going to dig deep. I don't want to spend too much time here, but really ask yourself, I know you want to start dating. I know you want to get out there and mingle, but what are your real thoughts about dating in 2026? And go from there. If you have wonderful thoughts, if you have good thoughts, if you have positive thoughts about dating in 2026, you are well on your way. It's only a matter of time. But get your thoughts aligned with what you want. And you have to shut off everything else that you hear and see that is not aligned with your goals. We are going to dig deep into this dating series because this is a wonderful time. I think I'm going to dedicate April and May on this topic. So if you want to stay tuned on what I have to share on this topic, please stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel because I'm getting deep. I'm getting deep. So again, my name is Laura from Pretty Does Count because it does. And I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.